Chapter 4. The Way We Live.
I beg of you, please, just leave this city.
Where did this come from?
Aw, I knew this would happen.
In order for the new society of children to be calm and peaceful, I need to create paradise. Everyone has high expectations of me. I cannot fail, so please, get out of our town.
Oh, Maru, don't be tricked. You don't have to actually accept that offer.
No, this is not an offer. It's an honest request. Please, I'm begging you. Please leave.
Hey! I wouldn't trust a kid, even if he's kneeling on the ground. He's obviously tricking us.
I do not intend to trick you. I'm serious.
Huh?
And now, you are free.
Nagisa! If you do this, you're gonna make Monica super sad!
I know that, but it has to be done. Monica has high expectations of me. I'm sure she'll understand. I'll take you to the secret passageway. It's the only way to get out of town. I can guarantee your safety until you reach it. The Monokumas won't attack with me here. Come on, let's go.
Hey! I told you to wait!
What? Do you have another objection?
Do I? Oh, Maru, are you really okay with this?
Huh? Of course she is. This is what she wanted all this time.
I wasn't talking to you. I'm asking Komaru.
She wants to leave this town. Why are you getting in her way? You're on the same side, right? Then you should respect her feelings.
Her feelings? Shut up! You have no right to say that.
It's going to be all right. I will personally guide you to the secret passageway. No need to worry. Let's go.
Nagisa!
Don't follow us.
But...
You don't want Monica to hate you, do you? Let's go. The secret passageway is this way. This way.
That kid... He looks so normal, running like that.
How does a non-normal kid run?
Welcome back to Danganronpa, another episode, Ultra Despair Girls. And welcome to Chapter 4. A few of you may know, but Nagisa and Kotoko are my two favorite characters. Let's pick up our first hidden kid of the chapter right here at the beginning. And I think the last two cutscenes that we've seen with them explain exactly why. It goes without saying that this chapter is going to be a lot about Nagisa. Our first collectible of the chapter is just behind this truck here, which I'm really happy about. About the children at night. There's only one thing I could tell for sure after taking the night shifter's lookout. The children are all wearing those idiotic helmets. None of them look like they're sleeping, and I've never seen them eat either. Are they really human children? Isn't it possible that they're just mechanical dolls like the Monokumas? Well, regardless. Whether they're humans or robots, they're devils in our eyes. The only difference is what liquid they bleed when we run them over. There we go. Yeah, this chapter's going to be a lot about Nagisa, and I really like it. I said previously that Chapter 2 is my favorite chapter, but this is a close second.
This way! Follow me closely! Huh? on? Why are you attacking me?
What's going on? Why is he getting ambushed by the Monokumas?
I don't know either.
Stop it!
Yeah, chapter 4 starts off strong immediately, giving us some food for thought. Why are the Monokumas attacking us when Nagisa said that they shouldn't? We can actually move the cars to save us some ammunition here. And this is, I think, the first time where ammunition becomes a resource that you should be managing in this game. Chapter 4, as expected, gets a little bit more difficult. And conserving your ammunition is going to be important, so use the environment when you can.
You said the Monokumas wouldn't attack us if you were here.
This is strange. What in the world is this?
Hey, you weren't lying when you said you wouldn't trick us, right?
Of course. If I wanted to deceive you, I would not have removed your wristband.
Then they must have found out you betrayed them.
Betrayal? Me? No, that's wrong. I'm no traitor. I am the leader of the Warriors of Hope. I care about making paradise more than anybody. The reason I'm letting you guys go is because I care so much.
It appears your allies aren't taking it that way.
I'm sure she'd understand if I explained it to her properly. Monica has such high expectations.
Yeah, keep on saying that, Mr. Genius grade schooler.
Obligatory failure event to show what happens if you don't protect Nagisa. He's a little more frail than other people we've had to defend.
This can't be real. A world like this. It's wrong. Just wrong.
As expected, we get a game over, but we get to hear a line of dialogue that we wouldn't have heard otherwise.
Let's go.
Bodies everywhere. I'm getting sick of this.
The secret passageway is this way.
So it becomes quite apparent that things aren't quite what we think they are with the Warriors of Hope.
Let's play!
I'm a Warrior of Hope. I'm your master.
Ooh. There we go. Second verse, same as the first. We've got to continue on defending Nagisa. Some of the bombers drop to the ground, some of them stay up top. And honestly, you probably don't need to shoot them all. They should chain like this. And again, as I said, this is kind of about saving ammo as much as you can. So let's only shoot one on each side. And save us a bit of ammo. Right then, let's shoot this one in the middle perhaps and see if that works out for us. That should at least get the one on the right. Yep, there we go. We're getting a ton of level ups from all this. Shoot the one in the middle and the rest should follow. There's something quite therapeutic about this, actually. Another level up. So right now we have a T-junction here. Nagisa is going to lead us off to the west, but if we head east, yeah, you guessed it right, collectibles. There's one behind the car over here on the left. Let's grab this. The Conductor's 48 Hours. Ororiko Anaka, famous as the genius conductor, is regarded by the world as perfect, talented, extraordinary, and beautiful. However, she has a secret that she keeps from them all. The pinnacle of lyrical sexual prose, a fluttering melody of suffering and sadism. Sounds like something that Toko might like. This novel seems pretty intense. Interested? Even with the S&M bits, it's beneath me. It's probably just some sloppily written wish fulfillment fanfiction garbage. I'm sure it's not going that bad. No, it's definitely going to be that bad. I can feel the lack of talent from here. Any book with a title this bad just has to be bad on the inside. Well, if the ultimate writing prodigy says it, I'm sure it's true. A tasty subject like S&M boiled down to this crap? A true masochist like me would do better. How did this even get published? They must be really getting desperate to put this out. Hey, as a true, masochist, have you ever had that kind of experience? What, like being tied up or suspended? There's no way I'd do such indecent things. But then how do you know you're a masochist if you've never done that stuff before? Isn't that like someone saying they love cigarettes but they never smoked before? You underestimate my imagination. Every spare moment I'm being stepped on, tied up, suspended by my master, in my head. You sound pretty proud about that. But that reminds me, one time I really was tied up and suspended.
Could it be?
Huh? By Byakuya?
No.
No, I don't even remember his name now. It was when I was in 3rd grade. Someone's lunch money got stolen and it somehow ended up on my desk. My classmates thought I did it, so they tied me up to the jungle gym with a garden hose.
So
That's horrible!
You're right.
At the time, I felt a tingling sensation. But I'm sure that's not related. No, that definitely sounds like a formative experience. Oof. Well, let's leave that where it was. We move this car, we get ourselves another collectible here, which is, if the game wants me to have it, another hit list. Demon name, Gross Butlerix. Real name, Aloysius Pennyworth. An annoying old demon that was the butler for the Togami family. It has this super creepy voice that always goes, "Welcome home, young master." Also, it has a weird special ability that makes its attack power go up when the young master Togami Byakuya gets made fun of, so make sure you're extra careful. Hunting grounds, Toa Bridge. Yeah, that one is quite straightforward. We know whose butler that is. Let's head back over towards Nagisa. Let's not keep him waiting, he is doing us a favor after all.
This way. You're seriously trusting a guy like that? I'm sure he's planning to betray you.
you think so?
Don't come near me!
Third verse, same as the second and the first. Let's defend Nagisa. And again, let's be as conservative with our ammo as possible, using the ball Monokumas to knock over the shield Monokumas. Actually, we'll keep you dancing for a little while longer, because, yep, there are going to be more shield Monokumas. That's a strike. Couple more ball Monokumas here. Looks like there's one extra. Let's shoot that one as well. That really didn't do a whole lot. It got one, I suppose. That's not too bad. They'll keep providing us with as many as we need. So dance and knockback are our primary tools here. Oh, he didn't want to go where I wanted him to go that time. That's fine. Hey, you leave Nagisa alone. As I said, I think Nagisa is probably my favorite of the kids. I really like Kotoko, but there's a lot of conflict that I have with how she's portrayed in the game, as we discussed previously. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's use the right truth bullet. Thank you. Oh, we got some junk Monokumas now, so let's try and knock back this ball, or, you know, miss completely. That's fine too. There's another one. Yeah, this segment goes on for a little while, so as I said, if you're just shoot and break at all these guys and not hitting the critical hits, very real possibility that you run out of ammo. I'm getting low on dance ammo now, so I'm gonna mix things up and try and take that guy out with a critical hit or two, or miss completely again. I find that the junk Monokumas are the hardest to hit with the critical hits because they move their heads so much. Let's keep you around for a little while longer, just to see if they spawn any others. I don't think so, so let's knock you down with 3 shots to the eye, and we're done. Starting to get difficult. So, again, Nagisa wants us to head off that way, but we have a few other options of places to go at the moment. I don't think there's anything to be had quite yet, but as you can see, there's a challenge room here, which I believe...
Hey, where are you going? The secret passageway is this way.
So he says. Let's go back.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to go into quite yet. Chapter 4, in terms of gameplay, is my favorite in the game, and we'll see why as we go on. There is a lot to do in this chapter, and I think it really defines Ultra Despair goals.
Let's go. The secret passageway is this way.
The following scenes contain content that some viewers may find distressing. Viewer discretion is advised.
So cruel. This is too cruel.
I won't look. But even if I don't see it, I can pretty much figure out what happened.
You really don't feel anything seeing this?
These people are demons. Our enemies.
That's not what she asked.
You said it before, right? It's because you're afraid of adults?
Yeah, that's right. We can't help but be terrified around adults. If the adults just didn't exist, we could live peacefully. That's what I believe.
Why are you so afraid of adults?
We Warriors of Hope were classmates in the Hope's Peak Elementary program. We were in the classroom where they put all the troublemakers. But I resented being called a troublemaker. It makes it sound as if we ourselves were the cause of the trouble. But that's not right. Our troubles were created by adults. By our parents. They say kids can't pick their parents. Well, we were the unluckiest ones of all. My parents were, without exaggeration, the worst. Like demons. My parents raised me like they were leveling me up in some game. They didn't treat me like a person. They probably even forgot I was their child. From morning till night, study, study, study. When I got sleepy, analeptics. Even if I faint, HP is fully restored with a handy IV in my arm. 3 to 4 days straight. And if I showed even the slightest resistance, they'd use items to neuter my spirit. And by doing so, as long as they steadily racked up XP, I'd level up to their expectations. And it wasn't just at home. I received the same expectations at school as well. My father was a teacher at our school. He was a researcher of children's talent. He used his own son to research the growth of a child's talent. He wanted to see what the growth curve would be like if he pushed a child to the breaking point. Isn't that funny? I was the subject of such an amusing experiment.
It's not funny at all.
But even with all that, I was still better off than the others. You saw Monika's legs, right? That was done to her by her family. Her father and older brother were jealous of her talent. And that's how she ended up like that.
That's horrible.
Because we had talent. Because we were superior. We were treated like we were in hell. But during it all, we didn't hold a grudge against our parents. We accepted how we were treated. Because we weren't aware that it was okay to hate our parents. We trusted the common knowledge that kids must love their parents. So we didn't fight it. Instead, we bonded over our struggle. And those discussions led us to the same conclusion. We had to escape from the horrifying world that made us suffer. We were desperate to run away from our scary parents, scary adults, the whole scary world. And we thought there was only one way out. But that's when it happened. There was someone who taught us to have courage, to fight back instead of running away. That was Big Sis Junko. Big Sis Junko told us how.
If you don't want it, give it to me.
She wanted the thing we were going to dispose of, our lives. And so, Big Sis Junko abducted us. Our disappearance didn't make much news. This was around the time the incident was growing. Ever since then, the days have been so much fun. Big Sis Junko showered her possessions with love and affection. She gave us not only love, but a dream as well. The dream of creating a children's paradise, where the children can live peacefully. We also learned from Big Sis Junko the beliefs required to build that dream. The belief that adults are demons. It was as if we saw the light. Thanks to her, we finally realized the common knowledge we had known up until then were lies adults created for their own benefit. Children cannot defy their parents. Everyone must get along. Violence can never bring peace. To destroy the world based on such lies, we decided to fight against the adults. As far as I remember, the first adult we defeated was a random person we didn't even know. We learned that kids can kill adults if they wanted to, and we were encouraged. From there, we leveled ourselves up by killing demons. Big Sis Junko was so pleased. Just the idea of a child killing an adult is despair-inducing.
That's just insane.
Just as I expected. You guys were just tools to her. She was using you. The way she took you in, it's no different than a cult. You bring in the weak people and attach them to your own dream. The revolution you're talking about, it's all just another piece of despair to her. You guys were completely deceived by Junko Anishima.
And what's wrong with that? Did I not tell you that we are her possessions? We would rather her take advantage of us than horrible adults.
Sounds like it's too late.
Say what you like. Big Sis Junko gave us hope. That's the truth. And because of that hope, we were able to defeat the demon boss.
Demon boss?
Our parents.
You killed your parents?
That was a special battle that can only be fought once. That made us level up even further. From there, Operation Children's Paradise began, and we started freeing other children. By doing so, the advance of the Warriors of Hope seemed unstoppable. But just when things were going so well, Big Sis Junko died. Killed by some idiot. When she died, and we lost our guide, we didn't know what to do. But Monica didn't despair.
All we gotta do is fulfill the hopeful dream Big Sis Junko gave us. We shouldn't give up. We can't abandon hope.
At that moment, Monica looked just like Big Sis Junko in our eyes. Things that didn't matter vanished, and we felt ourselves rising up again. Come to think of it, that moment, that was the real beginning of the revolution. And this time around, I swore an oath. We, the survivors, will fulfill the dream and prove how amazing Big Sis Junko is. We would leave lies like education and love for family in the past and create paradise. That is our hope.
You guys, you really don't understand that you're doing something very wrong.
Justice and evil. These are beliefs that adults have defined, are they not? First off, pure evil simply does not exist. In all evil, there is something good. And in the same way, justice always hurts someone. There is no pure justice either.
Are we really gonna stand around waxing philosophical with some little brat? I wanna know why you guys chose Toa City. And not only that, how did you guys get that army of Monokumas?
The one who chose the city and prepared our Monokumas was Monica. Isn't she amazing? She created them with her special magic.
Magic? Don't take any of this seriously. It's just some kid talking. Basically, Monica's the mastermind. And to save Master, I gotta deal with her.
Monica is our princess. I will never allow that.
Hey! Earlier, you said that there is no such thing as pure justice or evil. But even if that's true, a dream that requires you to hurt someone, I think it's wrong.
After all this time, still saying something so naive. It seems as though we really don't have much in common. I was right to ask you to leave. So let's go already. The secret passageway is right up ahead.
For perhaps the third time in this video, I really love Nagisa. To hear him so intellectually talk about everything that we've seen so far in the game, he does it better than I could. And he really starts to establish something that is a massive, massive part of this game, and that is the idea of no true good or evil. The grey area in between. Danganronpa has always been really black and white, hope and despair, good and bad. Ultra Despair Girls isn't like that, and that's why I love it so much. Everything about this game is establishing the concept of a grey area, of something in between good and evil. The story he tells us, his motivations for doing what he does, they're justified. They may not be what we perceive as good or right, but for him, they are. It's all about perspective and points of view, and that's something I love about how this game is written. It does it so, so well, and that's why I've said before, and I'll say now, that I think this is, at times, the best written Danganronpa game. Wait a second. I knew it. Here we go. Let's get some ammunition, since we did use quite a lot in the previous section, and now head on to where we need to be.
We're here. It's at this shrine.
We should get going.
Hey, Komaru, do you have a second?
Huh? Yeah.
Are you really sure this is okay? To end it like this, running away?
You're asking this now? All this time I've been trying to escape. And not just that. I'm still worried about my dad and mom. What are you gonna do, Toko? Are you really gonna stay here?
Of course. I have to save Master Byakuya.
Right. Hey, what do you think, honestly? Is it better for me to stay in this city?
Why are you asking me?
I mean, if I go, you'll be alone. Toko, do you want me to stay?
You have no reason to worry about me. I'm capable of surviving on my own.
Yeah, you're right. When I'm around, I'm just a burden to you. Unlike me, you're truly amazing, Toko.
Hey, Komaru?
Hmm?
Sorry for getting you involved in all this.
Involved? What do you mean?
Nothing. Just leave before he changes his mind.
Just a reminder that pretty much the entire game up until now has been Komaru trying to come to terms with whether she should stay or whether she should leave. At the very beginning, she was trying to escape and was stopped at every turn. Then she had to learn to fight. Now we're being provided with the option to leave. Once more. And let's think about the parallels of what we just heard from Nagisa. He talked about how Junko appeared to save them, to tell them to fight instead of to run. This game is so well written. There's a sneaky collectible in the corner here. Children know this town better than I thought. I thought this place would be fine. I was confident I would never be found, but as if they knew where I was hiding from the beginning, and Monokuma came and attacked me. I was just barely able to escape. I couldn't save her. My wife was killed. She was torn apart, limb from limb. They cut off her skin and her flesh was everywhere. But I just ran away. I'm done for. There's no place to hide. No place to run in this city. It's true that your parents were cruel to you, but that doesn't mean you can kill all the adults. Again with that nonsense, after all this, we are well aware that we are killing innocents.
But
This is war. When you're burning the enemy's country to the ground, you stop to spare the good people? Even if we had years, we would never achieve our dream with that benevolence.
Demon.
Consider it fate. We were born and raised here. We were treated as if we weren't even human. Wouldn't it be a cruel twist of fate if we didn't fight back? But for you to do to them what they've done to you,
Don't mess with me.
perhaps you think we should have stayed subhuman, just accepted it?
No.
No, not like that.
Hey,
Then you tell me. What should we have done? What was the right thing to do? What should we have done to earn the privilege of a normal, happy childhood?
don't mess with me.
Oh, stop being such a drama queen. You could have relied on the police, on the government.
Don't mess with me.
You're asking those who have had their lives destroyed by adults to trust other adults? Ever since we 5 were born in Toa City, our destiny was decided. No one can stop us. With all the children in this town, we will build an ideal paradise. With all the children in this town? You're talking about all those brats in their helmets? Of course, it's not just us, but also the Monokuma kids. All the children.
It's far too.
Funny that all of the kids in this town just happen to have murderous intentions like you. Perhaps I've said too much. I have nothing else to say to you. You cannot stop us now. Pretty bold for a shrimpy little brat like you to talk big. I don't care how unfortunate your childhoods were, killing humans will never be okay.
Demon.
I didn't expect a demon to understand. I really like that this extra dialogue comes through whenever we're traveling with someone extra. I also really love how Nagisa is so committed to his goals, even to the point at which he will go against what Monica is telling him to do and what Monica wants him to do, when the game has made it quite clear by now that she really is the one in charge of everything, despite Masaru being called the leader and now Nagisa being called the leader of the Warriors of Hope. In the next part, we will head up these stairs to the shrine, so Komaru can finally leave Toa City. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.